Okay guys, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to bring you with me while I do the chores around winter time. You can see behind me, you can see the birds in the tunnel and the lights are on, so we got to run down, open the honesty box and then go feed the birds. So I'm just coming down to our honesty box, and it's a really busy road here. I locked the honesty box. Bring some eggs down here later. Slip that down there. There's a really busy road. It's a great asset to the farm. I mean, I've checked it. There's like a car goes past there almost every minute for a good portion of the day. There are people. It's the main road between Killybegs and Donegal town. So it's a great asset to have the farm positioned in such a good place. So now we just got to go up to the birds. We'll feed them first, then we'll clean their waters, and then we'll collect the eggs. Open my lock. I always have it so that my deer fence only comes on at night, so these are live. I always have it so that they're actually not live when I get here in the morning. These turn off at 7 o'clock in the morning now. So we go to our grain store. We always pre-weigh the feed previously, so we just grab it and go, and then we'll fill it when we come back. That's all the birds fed. They're fed over on the other side too. And while I'm walking around, I'm just checking the birds, seeing if I can see anything out of the ordinary or anything that's not right. And everything looks good. I'm going to get on to the waters now and get the waters cleaned. Now, depending on how busy I am, I like to just come in and around and walk around, check the birds. So they're fed, their water's cleaned, and I'm going to check here. So this is their oyster grit feeder, and I check that every morning just to make sure they've got grit. Really important that birds have got oyster grit. One, because they need grit if they're getting anything, particularly any green things, to digest them. And two, then the oyster grit is an additional source of calcium. So I'm just going to have a quick scout around the birds, make sure everybody's happy. Typically, if there's something wrong with anyone, they're normally hanging out up here in the jungle gym. So when I feed, they are off here. If anyone doesn't come down, I check it out. Now these girls have already fed and they're starting to just chill out up there and do whatever they do. Now the birds are in the tunnel here all the time. There's a bird flu outbreak in Ireland, so we've got a housing order on birds, so I can't actually let them outside right now. So I have to do as much as I can to make in here as fun as possible for the birds. So they've got their roosts. We're going to see what we do. We're going to go now and get some grass for them, and later on we'll see we hang up veg and stuff. So we do everything we can to make it as fun as we can for them in here, because they've got a long day, so I want to make their day exciting for them. My last interaction with the birds for this morning is to get them some green stuff. No birdies. Okay, that's me pretty much done with the birds. I shouldn't have to go into them again unless I just want to go in for a look. Sometimes I just like to hang out with them, get to learn any of their behaviours maybe that I haven't seen before, stuff like that. But they're pretty squared away for the morning, so it'll be 12 o'clock's the afternoon feed before I go in there again, and I typically just lock up the door here. So now it's eggs. Let's take a look at eggs. So this is where all the magic happens, and I just use these here, guys. This is kind of a prototype nest box, and there's a long way to go from, if the hen lays way up there, the egg rolls the whole way down to here. So I just put these in so they don't roll as far, and I can control them. So all I do is lift them up like that there, and give it a little bit of shake. I'm going to put down the camera and get the rest of those down, but this one here is the same. And I normally just give them a little push, lift the bar, and off they go. So I'm going to drop the camera for a second and get the rest of these eggs in. Now that's them all in. They're going to continue to lay, so eggs are going to continue to build up here again. I collect my eggs twice a day. I could do this once a day, but I just like to get these packed up in the morning, and then I'll pack them last thing in the evening. I'll check whatever's left. There's about half the eggs laid right now, and I'll get the other half. My process is very simple. I keep my empty packs here. This tray is for any eggs that I consider bee eggs, and I will pack onto here, and then as I build up they can store over here. So let's get packing, and all I got to do here is wind my handle and the eggs come to me. Remember, guys, there's always, maybe there's a better example. Eggs have always got a pointy side, which is this side. Always pointy side down when you're storing your eggs. Now, so that's us pretty much done for the morning. We've got about 160 eggs there. We've got a couple I don't like the look of. We've got one small one, one dirty one with a soft shell. So I'm going to get these off and put them in the egg packery. We ought to also go back and fill our feed for the next feed. So let's get on that. We're almost there, guys. In the height of the summer, when we've got loads of animals to feed and everyone's on a feed plan, I normally have my weighing scales here it's just a fish scales that I weigh off, can go up to 25 kilos that I weigh off food on. With the layers here, I know exactly it's 1 inch from the top of the bucket is the perfect amount of feed. So make it fast, we just scoop and pour. And voila! And that's done. And that's it for the morning. I'm just going to get some breakfast here, and I'll bring you with me when we come back to the afternoon chores. Just one thing I want to say, my egg packery is not a certified egg packery. I went through a long process with the inspectors here this year, and long story short is they're not willing to accept that you can see my eggmobile in the background, the Ridgedale style eggmobile, meets the physiological and the psychological needs of the birds, and it doesn't meet the standard per se, because the standard is made for industry for thousands and thousands of birds, which is okay, it's understandable. I mean, it doesn't make sense in my head, because what's important for me is the animals, and they're clearly not willing to look at that. They just want to look at the regulations, but that's fine, they have to do their job. So they're happy for me to carry on because I sell direct to the end customer, and I'm probably only going to do 300 birds this year. They're happy for me to go ahead with that. My plan is I got to modify the design a little bit, and I just don't have so much time for that right now. I have a lot of projects on, so what I'm going to do is probably do that next winter and maybe increase my layer flock. Then the following year get fully certified as an egg producer. My friend Sandor and Pauline in Belgium, they have got from their German-made egg mobiles, and they're fully certified organic for EU standards. So it is totally doable. Just need a lot more space. The main concern is the space in the event of bird flu, if you have to house the birds. So I'm just going to have to redesign a bit for that there, and all the other simple stuff like feeders and waters inside and all that's doable. So I'm not too concerned about it. It just needs a bit of time and a bit of thought put into it. But it's time for me to get breakfast. For breakfast we're having some Heather Hull Farm sausages, Heather Hull Farm bacon, got some fresh eggs that you've just seen me collect, and then of course we've got a nice big pot of Irish black tea. Yummy, get in my tummy. This isn't all for me, I'm cooking for Neve as well, so don't think I'm greedy. There we have it, Heather Hull Farm bacon, sausage and egg. Generally when I'm on breakfast anyway, Neve's got a lecture, so I'm on breakfast this morning. If I've got more time, I grill my bacon and eggs. If I don't have so much time, or my bacon and sausage, if I don't have so much time, I just chuck them in the pan. That's why we work so hard. We can produce our food, and I can't wait to get pigs on the farm again. We'll probably be getting pigs in another month or so. I really miss them. We obviously can't have pigs during the winter because we just don't have any ground suitable that isn't completely saturated, that they will absolutely destroy. So we do it as a seasonal thing. So it's the afternoon feed time here, and as you can see, they've laid another. I won't collect the eggs now because they'll probably lay a little bit more. The majority of them have laid now, and I've got the feed ready to go. You can see the birds are getting a bit agitated and starting to gather at the door here because they want to get fed. So I'm just going to throw in these buckets like you've seen me do this morning, and that's them sorted. I give them a quick once over, a walk around the flock, see if I can see anything out of place, and I will run out and I'll grab some more greenery and I'll hang up some beets for them probably. So I'll get them fed and I'll give you a quick look at that. And birds are fed, water's changed. I clean the water twice a day. Pristine water is an absolute essential for birds, so I like to keep it clean. Now I've collected all my grass, and we grow some super beets for our chickens. We we let the beets grow all year and we just pull them straight out of the ground. They've got green, and they got, when you see me hang it up, you'll see it gives them some entertainment as well. So now just to give them their goodies. Now we got our grass in for our birds to play with, and they love the hanging. We hang carrots, swades, beets, any root veg, that because they'll pick the leaves off pretty quick, but the beet itself will hang there and they'll peck little bits at a time, and it'll swing like a pendulum, and they can jump up and grab it, and they'll knock a couple hours out of that. So everybody here is pretty happy. They're just fed, so I'll just do a walk around and check everybody, and that's the afternoon chores done. So it's really quick, and all I got to do now is I come back in the evening to check on them, but the nest boxes are going to close themselves and open again. But I'll try and come back and get a time lapse of them going on the roost. So I'm just up here in the afternoon, it's about 4:30. I've just collected all the eggs, and that's the last of the eggs. I'll take them into the egg packer. Just going to go in and do a quick walk around the birds. Get a little bit excited. Oh, sorry guys. Check up on everyone. You can see they're still got a bit of their beetroot that they're playing with. I'm just doing a walk around, check everybody, and then that's us done here for the evening. Nest boxes will close. They'll close in 30 minutes, and they'll open again at 5 o'clock in the morning. And so that's pretty much my day's work done. The birds are going to go up to roost. I'll do a time lapse of that for you, but it's pretty straightforward for me. It's 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon, and maybe 10 minutes then in the evening. You can call it an hour's work every day. I could do it a lot faster if I wanted to, but this time of year I like to take it not so hard and just enjoy it. So that's it for me for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you really like what you see, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.